Hi, Renee Pawlish here, author of Nephilim, Genesis of Evil, the Reed Ferguson Mystery Series, and some other great things. Someone asked me to do another video on Triberr and some extra features and whatnot, so some extra little tips for you here and there, and please, if I forget things, make a comment on it on my blog so that we can all learn from each other. Right now I'm in my blog settings. I know some people have had a little bit of trouble sometimes with their feed. I know that when I went to a self-hosted blog on WordPress that my RSS feed, I think Triberr was thinking it was to becomeawriter.com//feed, and that what it was appeared to be the case in WordPress, but it was not reading it correctly. I did a lot of internet research on WordPress feeds and came up with this extra little ending here that when I added to the feed, that seemed to work. However, I do have to manually import each time I do a blog post, but that does seem to be working. Another thing here is badge settings. Been a lot of talk about this. It's a nice little thing to put on your blog to let people know what you're doing, let them know about Triberr. You actually can come in here and add a variety of topics. I did writing, and you can just add a new topic, update it, and then it puts it in here on your badge. You can do a horizontal or a vertical badge, and you just grab the code here and put it on your blog. And what it's supposed to do, I think, is then this ranks, like if you're doing a lot of blogs on writing, then your score is reflected in that. Another nice thing you can do is if you see somebody's Triberr badge here, you can click the little karma button and help them out a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go home here, and you're going to see the feed coming up here. One of the things that I was asked to talk about was the types of words that you use in your title. Triberr is prevented from having you use what are called promotional words, so things like free, sample, blog hop, the word promotion or promotional. I'm drawing a blank on other ones, but these kinds of things are going to get your post flagged, and what you'll see here is your post will be here, but over here, instead of an approve button, you'll see a promotional button, which means that people in your tribe are going to have to manually tweet your post. Now, I kind of go back and forth on this because I like to try and keep things easy for everybody else in Triberr, but my blog is my blog, and if I want to do something promotional, I'm going to. One way I did figure out to get around the word free was when I was offering one of my books for free. I said a book at no cost to you, and then that went through. So that's something to consider. But just know that if you do have a promotional tweet or a promotional blog, when it tweets, people are going to have to manually tweet it for you. Something you can look at here, this little button, the black button, this is where you can actually, if you wanted to edit somebody's tweet here, you know, you could put a hashtag in here or something like that and update it so that when it does tweet, it's got the hashtags, or if you wanted to do that yourself, you could. Let's see, another thing to look at here is this discover button. If you want to search Triberr for topics, you could do that. You could come in here and we could say search writing, hit enter, and you're going to see other people on Triberr that have something to do with writing in their tribes, and you could connect with other people that way if you wanted to. Optimize is kind of a nice little feature here. I can go in here and I can see who is the top traffic driving tribe mates or the bottom traffic. So if you'll see here, you know, kudos to some of these great people, Joe, Toby, Alan, and so on. So that's just a nice way to see what kind of other people, you know, what they're doing to help you out. Jeff here, kudos to him, he's a great guy, and so on. So that's a nice little feature as well. So keep these things in mind. Triberr is all about give and take. if you know you want to go in, I go in and I tweet pretty much everything unless it's something that I just don't feel like my followers are going to relate to. And certainly you can keep that in mind. If a tribe doesn't seem to be quite a fit for you and your Twitter followers, you might look to join somebody else. And again, you can do that by this Discover button here. So a few extra little tips to keep in mind. Thank you all of my Triberr followers, and we'll see you around Triberr and Twitter. Thanks.